has ever wanted to make a difference in their community. Using Catholic practices and belief is a great way for us to reduce our stress and to live better moral lives. Because in society today, we walk away from how to live a good and moral life. We don't know our practices like we used to. And this is something that can have a huge impact on our society. In an article that was titled, "Can Public Schools Really Strengthen Moral Character" by Wayne College, they state how some colleges and how people's educations affect how we act in society. And this is so very true, because if we're not being taught good values and how to live a better moral life, we can have a negative impact on our society. So, what are the couple things I'm going to talk to you guys today? I'm going to talk to you about how to reduce your stress, how to think logically, and how to use service to help others. So what is stress? Stress is something we experience every day. In an article that was titled "Stress" by Medline Plus, they state how stress can be led from a multitude of things. Through your family, your job, your relationships, and friends. Now, when I was 13 years old, I experienced one of the greatest stresses of my life. My mom and dad sat me down and told me that my father was adopted, and that I had a whole family that I never even knew about. I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. For 13 years of my life, I had no idea that I had a whole other family. I ended up going back upstairs, not really sure what to think. I ended up talking to my brother and a couple of my friends, and I did what I always did. I did some prayer reflection. I took a deep breath, breathing in and out to help settle my nerves. This Kairos cross, I ended up holding on to this because I wanted to talk to my father more about it. I wanted to get to know this family and learn what they're like. So I went to my father. I talked to him about it. He ended up being very open about it. And it was so great because I was so afraid because it's such a touchy topic. You always want to make sure you approach it in the most polite and respectful way. And we ended up getting to meet the family. And it's so amazing of the similarities we had with each other. I ended up finding out that they are a huge car family. And my family loves cars. We love NASCAR. We're all about it. And I ended up finding out that my grandfather, he has a warehouse filled with classical cars. My cousin Sienna and her mom and dad, they are dragster racers. It was insane. It was so cool. I was so excited, and it ended up making me get to know them even better, and I was so happy that I was able to do it because it ended up making me a better person and helping me build my moral character. But stress can be from other things too. In an article that was titled "How Other People's Stress Can Kill You" from the Huffington Post by Joe Robinson, he states that other people can be stressed from others. So your friends and family can end up stressing you out because in your brain cells, you mimic other people's stress. And that's so very scary because if your friends are stressed out, you can become stressed out. And you might not know why. So what are some ways we can help reduce your stress? You can take a step back from everything, take a deep breath, do some prayer and reflection, and relax. You can also talk to others and get to know what they're like. And that will help you open up and release some of those burdens you may be holding through. Now, what other things can we do? We can do service. In an article that was titled "The Effect of Religious Service Attendance on Race, Differences in Depression," it was stated by PubMed. And they say that certain races that do service end up being less depressed and stressed than those who don't. And this is so very true. I was a leader for the Kairos Retreat, and for those who don't know what a Kairos Retreat is, it's a spiritual retreat where we get to open up with ourselves and get to be closer with God. And I ended up getting to learn some really amazing things. I ended up getting to learn that everybody here has some kind of problem, some kind of difficulty that they are going through. And it's so very true. Because if we don't realize that, we can become short-minded, and that will end up impacting society in a negative way. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about thinking logically. We have 3 amazing judges here today, and they have to see all different viewpoints. We have a governor who has to see the different aspects of everybody's relationships, everybody's viewpoints on certain topics. And that is so very true, because if they don't, then we can come closed-minded and not see what everyone wants to do. And it's very important for us to think logically, think through problems, and work together to help each other out. So what have we learned? We have learned that building relationships through reducing your stress, doing service, and thinking logically can help build your moral character. I want to leave you guys with one last argument that was given to me by my teacher from St. Ignatius High School, Mr. Hogan. He posed the question, who here has ever seen the Indiana Jones movie or knows about the Indiana Jones movies? So some of you do. Indiana Jones was a college professor. He ended up having to go through impossible tasks to complete incredible accomplishments. And during these tasks, he had to go through war, he had to be chased down, he was hunted, people were trying to kill him, trying to stop him, trying to get in his way. And we're in the movie theater, watching this, sitting there. But in the back of our minds, even though we see him going through these impossible tasks, we know he's going to make it out. We know he's going to accomplish the tasks that are set in front of him. And that is the same way God looks at us, looks at humanity. He sees our war, our burdens, our strife, our worries. And he knows that we are going through hard times. But in the end, he knows we're going to make it out. He knows we're going to accomplish the task. So I want you guys to do something for me. I want you to go meet someone, talk to someone, get to know them, listen to maybe their problems, see what they're doing. Because that will help impact our society in such a great way, and we can strive for greater things. Thank you.